made $2,000 on a brand deal, and it was all thanks to using the Later app. Hey there, if this is your first time clicking on my pretty face, thank you. My name is Lesline, and I am a content creator. But by trade, I'm a registered nurse with 12 years of healthcare experience. And I recently got a brand deal where I actually got to do nurse things. And it was all thanks to Later. This is in no way sponsored by Later. But hey, Later, if you want to call your girl, hey, hi, hello, it me. But this is a question that I have gotten is how do I get brand deals, right? Like, how do I get them? Because people think that it's an exclusive thing. It is and it isn't. There are so many different platforms. We're specifically going to talk about Later today, but there are so many different content creator platforms where you can make an account. It doesn't even cost money. So Later doesn't cost money. You make an account, you put in all your information about the type of creator you are, blase, you link your social medias. And what's really cool with Later is it'll even make you a what's the word? Like a sheet, like a one pager of your analytics, the type of creator you are, and you can download that and either put it on your website, you put it in your link in bio. So I highly recommend Later. When I first, and I also, let me rewind. I have to always give credit where credit is due. My friend Brittany at Be With Brit was the one that introduced me to Later, and that's where she started to get, I did say this already, paid brand deals, paid. And in this world of scammery, it's scammery. Did I already make a video? It's fine. It's fine. Because I just remember the Carisha song, Where All My Scammers At, and that's how I opened up a video recently. But in the world of scammery, it can be hard, not hard, you have to be smart to decipher, is this real or is this not, right? And that's why I like using Later, because it's a safe container of legit brands, because I don't know what the brands have to do to be in there. I'm pretty sure they have to do more than the creator does, which I appreciate for like safety reasons. But all of the opportunities I've gotten in Later that have been paid, because the first one that I got, well, not the first, but like the large one that was $800 was through Later, and I got paid. There was a lot of riffraff with that one, in the sense of it was a lot of back and forth. And this is a tip. This is a side tip, but because I know this video is about where to find brand deals. But as a new content creator, I remember I had another content creator share this with me who is a doctor. And I was asking before I did this brand deal, I was like, how much should I charge? And she's like, whatever you charge, double that. But then she also was like, make sure that you include in your rate your the back and forth. So the amount of edits that you'll do. So what that means is this: sometimes brands are very vague, even on Later. They'll say vague things, and then you do the video and they're like, oh, actually, can you not say this and say this instead? Or the lighting is shitty, or you need to talk slower, or la 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 la, right? So then you're like, okay, so you make the edits and you send it back. That's one edit. Then the brand comes back and says, oh, can you actually la 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 la? Okay, so you make that edit. That's a second edit. So every time that you have to make your edits and send it back, the person that told me what I'm about to say to you, she was like, put a fee on that. So if that be like $100 for each edit, whatever it is, I'm just giving a number for the sake of getting through this part. Make sure you put that somewhere, because if a brand is smart, they will say like, oh, I'm trying to remember what I have seen. They don't actually, because they know. That's what I've been seeing. They don't be like, oh, max 3 edits. So you as the creator, that's where a boundary comes in. You as a creator need to be like, max 3 edits, flat rate of this. And that's added to what the standard rate of creating the first reel will be. Okay, if you need me to clarify, let me know. But that was something I wanted to mention when it comes to once you're in the system. And a lot of brands, like the bigger brands, will be like flat rate of $2,000, no negotiating. If they say that, you know, you can still try. But if a brand does not say that in Later, then negotiate. So if they're like $800, well, and they don't say do no negotiating, this is the rate, because sometimes they'll write this whole like sentences because they know how people stay. So if a brand is like $800, you can be like, hey, my rate is, and they reach back out. So that's okay. So once you're in later on the creator side, because before I knew of later when I started my business, because I still am the one that puts the content out. I don't have a social media person because I actually like doing it at this time. Later was used as a scheduler app, which it still is, but that's how I remember it like 5 years ago. And so now I don't want to say it's evolved because maybe it's always been like that, but now I don't use it for scheduling. I just primarily use it to get brand deals. And the two brand deals, they were both healthcare related, which is really interesting. Which shows too, like as a creator, really focus. Yes, you can focus on the beauty and the lifestyle, but I'm talking to my nurse friends because I know I got a few of y'all on here. If you are a nurse or in healthcare in any kind of way, really lean into that. At first, I shied away from it, and I realized it was because I was self-conscious and second-guessing myself, and also being a healthcare provider, I just don't want to steer my community wrong in any kind of way. But anytime I've talked with people, they're like, that's why I follow you, because you are a nurse. Like all the other stuff, they're like, whatever, but they're like, because you're a nurse. And I'm like, oh. So really lean into that, because I don't want to say it's slept on because I'm hearing about it more, and maybe because I'm in the space now. But if you are a healthcare provider, especially if you're a nurse or a doctor, we need you on these internets, okay? We need you. And brands, I've gotten other opportunities, and I'm like, I don't feel right with showcasing those kind of things. Like, so I've gotten brand opportunities where it's like they want me to promote a medication, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not at this time. I don't feel comfortable putting that in front of my audience at this time. So what else with later that I really like? So the two brand deals that were healthcare related, they reached out to me. So how they reach out to you, which I also really appreciate, because there's so many apps, right? There's so many apps, and you be forgetting to go into the portal, because that's what later is. It's a portal, right? So sometimes you forget. I'll be forgetting about later, and then Brittany will be like, hey, there's this, like, she's very good at being like, you should apply for this one. And I apply for so many. When I tell you I apply for so many, and I don't get them as frequently, but when I do, I'm like, oh, this is a good one to apply to. But it's very highly unlikely, and I'm sorry. Anyways, what I'm getting at is this: the two brands that have reached out to me, they email you. So when I told you register, you make a later account, they emailed me. So you'll get an email. And this is another tip too. When you get the email, make sure you check the @ So for example, this is just an example, but say it is from Gap, right? You know, the clothing brand. It will say brands@gap.com. The way you'll know that something is, and that's just an example. The way you'll know though that something is spam, if it's like gap@gmail.com, or it's like a bunch of letters and symbols at a bunch of letters and symbols. That is spam. That is spam. So anytime you get a brand deal that comes through your email, I want you to click that email, and then I want you to take the @ part, the domain, and throw it into chat. Because I've done that too. So if you're like, because I'm a millennial, so I'm afraid of viruses on my computer. But instead of like putting that domain into your computer because you're afraid of a virus, throw it into chat and be like, chat, I got reached out to by this company. Is it real? Let me give you an example. So I got a brand deal. They did email me. Yes, they did email me. It was for like toothpaste or something, because I have a nice smile. So I get why they would want to reach out to me, because I already have a nice smile. Putting that out there. Tread lightly, y'all. Tread lightly in these influencer streets. And as a consumer, if you're watching this, like, tread lightly when you buy stuff from certain people, because they're like, well, you already have nice teeth. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this toothpaste or something with teeth reached out to me, brand. And it sounded too good to be true. And so I'm a part of a group, and I asked the group, I said, hey, like, do you guys think this is real? And one of the people, shout out to Nikki, she was like, throw it into chat. So I threw the email into chat, like what they wrote me, and chat pulled up a Instagram reel of another creator that said she got scammed. I was like, oh my gosh. And I did I did reply to the email, and I forgot what they said. And then I was like, I don't like how this feels. That's the yogi in me. I was like, I don't like how this feels. And then I reached out to my community, and then Nikki was like, hey, throw it in the chat just to double check. And then chat was like, yeah, this don't look right. I'm paraphrasing. Here's a reel we found from somebody else saying that, we found data to support. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was about to get scammed. So that's just an example for you if you're just not sure. And I get a lot of spam because this is a tip, which I highly recommend that you do it, but just be prepared for the spam. I don't really get it. It's not a lot because I'm a small creator still too. Because I'm a small creator, I put the city that I am located in, so that when a certain brand is coming out, they're going to look for Orlando content creators, right? So when you look at my my Instagram in particular, you're going to see there's like a little location icon that says Orlando, Florida. That's on purpose for SEO. When people are agencies or whatever are trying to find content creators, they can easily pull me up. Even in my header on Instagram, I have Orlando content creator. I believe it's like the second thing in my title. Put your email as well in your bio, because brands it's not that they're lazy, they're combing through, like this is their job. Like the people that are doing this, if it be the intern or the brand person, like that is finding creators, they don't have a lot of time to sift through or to even DM you at times. I have had brands DM me, but sometimes I just want to email you, which I prefer, if I'm going to be honest with you, because then I know you're serious. So by putting your email, it just shows like your legitimacy as a content creator. But with that, you do get the scammery, you do get the spam emails. And so again, just check that email, or if you're not sure, throw it into chat. Ask chat, look it up go on their website, go scroll at the bottom, click their Instagram, the icon, click their Instagram to see if it takes you to an actual Instagram. See if anybody that you follows that brand. Do you get what I'm saying? Because there's also, I've heard a lot of AI businesses that are popping up. So they'll have AI make this what looks like a legit business. It looks all gold, shiny and sparkly, but it's a bunch of scammery. So tread lightly. So to close out this video, the number one place that I recommend as a small creator, and especially if you are a healthcare professional that is creating content online, Later. Go on Later. I've gotten an $800 brand deal and a $2,000 brand deal. Checks cleared. Super safe, because also when you're in Later, you connect Stripe. That's going to be another video. The importance, like what you need as a creator to legitimize your business, but you have your Stripe in there, and Stripe is a platform where you can accept money as a content creator, as a business owner. You need to have that. It just makes things legit and safe, and that's important. So if you liked this video, like the video, comment please, because your girl's learning how to teach and we just trudged through that, but we did it. And definitely, most importantly, subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.